Hello and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of the City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Francisco Castillo. There was one presentation this week. We heard from City Attorney Robert Kim about the advantages and disadvantages of becoming a charter city. He outlined the differences between a general law city, which Hawthorne currently is, and the changes that would come with becoming a charter city. In the resolution portion of the meeting, Resolution 8323 was approved to authorize the destruction of Police Department personnel files of internal affairs investigations for the year 2016. This is pursuant to Resolution 7170, which establishes a records retention schedule for the City of Hawthorne and the procedures for the disposition of records. Resolution 8325 was passed authorizing the release of checks and warrants issued in connection with the Emergency Business Assistance Program. The funds will provide support to businesses for payroll, rent, personnel protective equipment, and other costs to resume or expand business operations. Next, Council voted to approve Resolution 8326. This resolution authorizes and approves a Fourth Amendment to the tow and storage fee schedule of the non-exclusive towing and storage contract with U.S. Tow. The owner and president for U.S. Tow, Hawthorne, states that an increase in towing and storage fees are necessary due to the rise in their operating cost. The contract will also be extended for another 3-year term. Resolution 8327 was then approved to release the checks and warrants issued in connection with the Emergency Housing Voucher Program. The program, approved in May of 2021, provides grant assistance to individuals and families who are homeless, at risk of homelessness, fleeing violence, or human trafficking. Then, Resolution 8328 was passed to re-ratify the proclamation of a state of emergency by Governor Newsom in March of 2020 and to reauthorize remote teleconference meetings for City Council, commissions, and committees of the City of Hawthorne for the 30-day period from January 11th, 2022 through February 10th, 2022. The continued teleconference meetings has become more crucial due to the rise in infection rate caused by the Omicron variant. Resolution 8329 was passed to authorize, approve, and ratify the submittal of the 2020 Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance Grant Program. The goal of the program is to provide technology upgrades and advancements. The City of Hawthorne will receive $39,876. Next, Resolution 8330 was passed to approve a consultant agreement for cannabis policy development and program implementation with IJAMA Planning and Development, Inc. The consultant will work with the staff in drafting ordinances, conducting community outreach, and creating licensing procedures. Then, Council voted to approve Resolution 8331 to authorize participating in the PARS Post-Employment Benefits Trust program to be administered by the Public Agency Retirement Services and the U.S. Bank. A few expected benefits offered by the program include tailoring investments to the city's unique demographics and the ability to also use the trust to pre-fund CalPERS pension obligations. In the ordinance portion of the meeting, Ordinance 2228 was adopted to set the compensation of the mayor and the city council members. Their salaries will be increased from $600 to $1,200 a month starting January 1st, 2023. The city manager's consent calendar had a few items this week. First, Council authorized the Chief of Police to enter into an agreement with Axon, a body-worn camera vendor, for a period of up to 3 years. This agreement will acquire hardware identical to that of the original agreement, making training and administration easier for staff. Next, Council authorized the city manager to execute an agreement with Reliant Health Services and the city to provide COVID-19 testing at the Betty Ainsworth Sports Center parking lot. Reliant Health Services will provide end-to-end COVID testing and lab services beginning January 18th, 2022, operating Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The site will operate for 6 months with the option to extend another 6 months. Next, City Council approved the expansion of the on-street parking spaces Parking Tees pilot program for the Northwest Hawthorne neighborhood and authorized the Director of Public Works to consider requests in other neighborhoods. Then, Council approved the plans and specifications and authorized the Director of Public Works to advertise for construction bids due back by February 22nd for the local street improvement project. This project will reconstruct selected streets within the Bodger Park, Del Air, Burleigh, Holly Park, Moneta Garden, Airport, and Holly Glen neighborhoods. City Council approved the transfer of funds from the Bank of the West Money Market Fund to Local Agency Investment Fund, also known as LAIF, in the amount of $57 million due to the higher return rates. Next, Council received and filed the report for possibly starting a first-time homebuyer program with potential federal funding considerations. Council received and filed the landlord resources documents, which the Housing Department hopes will help address concerns renters and landlords have, and to resolve issues and create better relationships between the city, landlords, and tenants. In the city attorney's consent calendar, one claim was denied. In the discussion action items, City Council agreed to create a 5-member ad hoc committee focusing on economic development to bring new businesses into the city. Well, that's it for the meeting this week. Thank you for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can watch City Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.